Hello everybody, welcome to a new video. Today I'm gonna talk about why I actually play Rush Duel and not Master Duel or Speed Duel or Duel Links. This video is like kind of spontaneous. I'm not gonna. I'm too lazy to write like a script and stuff, and then just read from it. I'm very lazy, so yeah, I'm just gonna talk about it. Master Duel is like. Master's like actually a really good way for most people to actually get into Yugioh, but the issue is like if they go on rank, like if you're like somebody who never played Yugioh, especially like let's say you're 14 years old and you try Master Duel and you get your ass kicked because you don't understand the game. The game is way too complex and the cards are getting even more complicated where they have like two effects and now today's meta decks like tier elements you play during your opponent's turn. Like it doesn't feel like it's even your turn anymore. It's your opponent does his turn during your turn. Like what? That's not a thing that should happen. Yu-Gi-Oh should be an interactive game and not like the trend, or not like uh, basically not like a solitaire game. If you want to play a single player game, you can play solitaire, right? And that's like the issue with like a lot of strategies as well. Like for example, is basically solitaire deck. You don't interact with your opponent. And yes, you have hand traps and stuff, obviously, yeah, but the cards are also like getting really complicated and I just cannot keep up with all these complicated cards. I just can't. It's also like I don't have the money to invest. Maybe I master do, yeah, but like real life, no. For real life, I have not the. I don't want to spend the money on like a meta deck, and then as soon as the bandage drops, I have to buy like a new one, which well does not happen that often that you have like to buy one, but it's still it's like to get into Yu-Gi-Oh is like really expensive. For T elements cost like 400, 500 bucks now or something. Maybe it's got cheaper. I don't even really know. I just say the numbers I heard from other YouTuber that I'm watching. Like, I am really still enjoying like TCG. Like, I watch Distant Coda, Fafa, and BT. So these are like the three main YouTuber that I am actually watching. There's certainly not a lot of Rush Duel tubers, really sadly. Yeah, and it's kind of sad that Konami does not promote the game outside of Japan, really. I mean, we've got a new Rush Duel game, and the new game is doing actually pretty good. Or like there are like at least over 500 people playing ranked, which is freaking amazing. Even I bet even more that are playing ranked consistently. Or I'm not sure if it's consistently, but they have the game is like really good actually. The game is really good, and after a month, after the first month release, we already got the update. It's up to date with the physical card game already, and this is really amazing. Why couldn't they just say, okay, we're gonna release it also in the West, like make it like Master Duel, release it for both? But we didn't even got a single update. Well, we got an update which was bug fixes for the previous game for Dawn of Battle Royale. And it's sad that Konami just does not support it. And people are still waiting for the update or hoping that the Go Rush game, as you can see behind me, because I have a sexy YouTube avatar now, which you will see it more often if you visit my stream. Yeah, but again, why do they not release Go Rush in the West as it is? Why didn't they do that? It feels like they wanted to test out. They released Rush Duel, but they did not really support it. It's the same situation with Speed Duel. They didn't support Speed Duel as well or as good as well because Speed Duel is Vito is like non-existent in the TCG. There are like a few players like in Germany. We didn't even got Speed Tool tournaments in our locals because nobody played it. And Speed Tool is fun, but I think the issue with Speed Tool is, my opinion is, you buy cards that you maybe already have in your collection, or like you have to buy the Speed Tool version in order to play, in order to be allowed to play it. Because if you buy the cheaper version of the TCG, you're not allowed to play it. Why? Because the Speed Tool is not written on it. It feels like just a scam. I mean, they changed now from booster packs to sets, to like sets. So, like basically it's like pre-constructed decks, which you can, which is basically you buy them just to have fun on one evening with your friends, and that's about it. And this is like really bad, my opinion. Uh, it's not like people gonna play more dual speed duel now. It's just more likely that they buy it, but they're not gonna play consistently, and they aren't gonna really support it. I'm, it's uh, it's so it's just I'm just so fed up with Konami in the West that they like do this stuff, and it's okay to criticize. Like, do tournament support for Rush do? No, the community itself has to do tournaments by themselves, and they're like, we don't have many people are playing Rush 2. We don't have many people, but those we have, they enjoy the game. They really like it, and it's actually such a fun game. It's also really deep. Okay, the current meta in the Rush Duel is a bit, well, you can say it's at least more interactive than in TCG meta. Some time it was like you still have to attack. You cannot like block your opponent out from playing anything. But like you can do in the TCG. Like there are certain cards that you just say no, you can play. Like, and that's not healthy for the game, having those cards. I mean, they even banned Mystic Mine, but then again, you can also like trade crazy boards with like 5 negates if your board doesn't have a hand trap, and then you simply lose because you cannot out the board because you didn't draw the right cards, and it you didn't play. You played a game, but you didn't actually play it. You know. And this is why I actually rather enjoy Rush Tool. I can even try. Yeah, I agree on Rush Tool. Going first is super strong. It's stronger than going, definitely stronger than going second. It's just so good going first. Uh, because you have like the 10 you can set up board, or it's just so much powerful. And yeah, the card game going first is most of the time really is just better. There are only a few card games where going second is actually better, like Pokemon, for example. There you want to go second because you can then play your support trainer cards, because the turn one player, the player going first, cannot play a support card, um, so it's kind of balanced, and it's really hard to balance like going first, going second. It's the same with even chess, a game that does not involve luck. White has the advantage, I believe. I think white has the advantage, and it's really hard for black to gain to make that even. It's really hard because you put pressure on your opponent, and uh, but yeah, I still enjoy a Rush Duel, even if it has some weird. They even make like really interesting archetypes. that I'm gonna talk about. For example, insect archetype insects are actually fun to play. They are not like these garbage insects that we were played. They're basically have made Weevil's insect strategy where he infected his opponent's monster the core mechanic of insects. Why couldn't they do that in the TCG at all? Like, Russia has like complete different mechanics that are not in the TCG, and they have even like now new exclusive Cyber Dragons even that are exclusively to Rush Duel. And then it's a good thing. Yeah, you can have like you have like Cyber Dragon, Proto Cyber Dragon, and some of the cards are just better in Rush Duel, obviously. And but other cards wouldn't work in the TCG because they would be too broken. Uh, because of the Rush Duel mechanic, like card devastation, which discards the entire hand of both player. This card would not be playable or would not work in TCG because it would be immediately banned. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna set 4, activate card devastation, and go. You play with no hand. That only really works in Rush Duel because you have to you draw 5 mechanics, and yeah, that's why I basically play Rush Duel more. I simply enjoy it more. There's nothing else to it. It's more fun, more interactive. Battle phase matters a lot. Battle traps actually matters again. With Thunderbolt it was like didn't matter at all, the battle traps. And they also released like a bunch of traps that are responsive on summons. Like they even released Torrential Tribute, but like also other cards that like basically book the monster or something. Or you destroy it. I don't know all the cards now. But yeah, they really released a bunch of cards. They even made like the first ban list, which even like blow. They made it so that you cannot loop with Thunderbolt anymore or as consistently, which is actually healthy for the game because you basically had locked out battle traps basically because you couldn't activate those because they then it would have been sent into your deck immediately, so they were basically bricks against that deck. So nobody played any Mirror Force, and now you see in ranked around people playing actually Mirror Force as the Legend Trap with the 3 Legend Roots, and the spell card is most of the time Dark Hole. I also saw Monster Reborn, or even a spell card that returns 2 dark ones with 0 defense from your grave to your hand, which is good for maximum. There's like so many unique legend cards that they say, okay, we need to like see more legend cards in the decks, but we don't want to like expand on this. They're like legend cards have like their own limited list, basically. You can only play 1 legend monster, 1 legend spell, 1 legend trap, and they are like still really really good. They are like it's they're the, it keeps them in check, and it's a good thing. I already said that I think in my balance video. Thunderbolt is at 1. It's a good thing. Cards like these needs to be addressed, like problem cards like these that are always going to be strong because they are so generic, and it's good. I mean, they could have addressed that earlier, but obviously they wanted to sell like new products, Secret Honor and stuff, because that was recently new. And yeah, but once a new product released, they wanted to sell a new product, so they had to nerf block the old product, basically, and that's actually fine. That keeps the game rotating, and it's not like you have to play the meta deck. Actually, you still want to because it's meta deck is like really crazy, but you have like other strategy. I have seen like my opponent Bluetooth burst me my board because I set up my board and was like, okay, I'm super safe, and then he just go and like nope destroys my board. And there are like a lot of good cards actually that can counter the meta deck, and everybody could play them. But obviously, yeah, you have a higher chance of winning playing the meta deck, but it's not like it's not like you win like 90% of the game. You can still lose to like bad draws, or your opponent just go first and can then set up and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's a lot of coin flip who wins, but it's not impossible to win even if you go second. But yeah, anyway, guys, that's why I don't play Master. Master Duel. Overall, it's me, a random dude, complaining. Master Duel is too complex. Duel Links. I didn't enjoy Duel Links at all. I played Duel Links. I played like Duel Links feels like everybody's playing OTK deck. That's what Duel Links feels to me like. I have never really played a lot of Duel Links, but the little bit I did, I was either OTKing or my opponent OTK'd me, and that was really not fun. Really, it was not really fun. I didn't even really interact with my opponent. I just look, oh, okay, I need to somehow just deal enough damage and stuff. Well, okay, the video is a bit longer than I expected, and I was just talking freely. I hope you enjoyed the video. Check out my Twitch, where I will stream sometimes Rush Duel, Doom Ranked. Maybe I will also do more speedruns in the future of other games. And in the moment, I'm actually really into Genshin Impact. But once I have done that, and once I'm catch up with the content there, I probably will not do Genshin Impact anymore. Or less Genshin Impact and more other stuff. It's also like most of the time I stream in the evening during my time zone, so playing Rush to Ranked is not really an option, but maybe I can do like a best of stream cut. I need somebody who can do that for me. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.